Morning all, Paul here, Bearded Badger Publishing and Books in beautiful Belper in the heart of Derbyshire. Welcome to the Friday feature. If you're not familiar with the Friday feature, I can only imagine you've been laughing your bits off at that couple that got caught on the Chris Martin's kiss cam, who shouldn't have been kissing. What were they thinking? Going to watch Coldplay? Anyway, it's just me waffling on about books, giving you a bit of a heads up on what's going on in our world here at Badger HQ. And yeah, shall we crack on? So I know you all want to think, what's he been reading this week? Well, I finished off this one, which is Migraine by the marvellous Samuel Fisher. Really enjoyed that. It's a tale, it's set in London, very much set in London, in a sort of future world. It's kind of dystopian. We've had something called the freeze, then the thaw. People get headache, migraines. I'm not going to give too much away. It's just a really good story about battling with that kind of thing. There's a lot going on in the book. I definitely recommend you read it. So all good for that one. What have I moved on to? Well, I've moved on to this one actually, on the calculation of volume 1. Which is, I think this one was shortlisted for the International Book Fair. I might be wrong. Yeah, it was. Which is published by Faber. And I'm only a little bit into that. I've not done that much reading this week. I've been working a lot. But so far, it's fantastic. It's about a lady that only has one day. It's a bit Groundhog Day type thing. But it's just really clever how it's written and how she becomes aware of it, and obviously nobody else is. Really, really clever writing so far. As I say, I'm only a little bit into that, so I'm going to crack on with that. And when I finish that one, I'm going to go on to this now. This wouldn't ordinarily be something I would read. All the Colours of the Dark by Chris Whitaker. Massive seller, but it's a book for our bouquet, book club on the 30th of this month, which, if you're coming along, can't wait to see you. If you haven't got a ticket, I'm afraid we've sold out. We've had an amazing response to that. So thanks for everybody who's coming along to that. That's brilliant. 12.5 quid, you get a copy of the book and a glass of fantastic wine. I mean, it's a bargain, isn't it? So hopefully that'll be a nice little sociable evening. We can the first one is all about just meet and greet. We're going to give the books out and get to know people. And hopefully we can turn it into a sort of monthly, nice sort of inclusive gathering of people that just want to meet up, have a glass of wine or something, and have a rattle on about books. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And actually, I'm quite looking forward to this because, as I say, it's not something I'd ordinarily read. So sometimes these things surprise you. So I'll let you know how I get on with that. What else am I going to talk about this week? So actually, when I'm not doing this, I work for Cambridge University Press and Assessment, and we published this a 100-year centennial edition of The Great Gatsby, and I thought I'd just plug that, to be honest, because it's absolutely beautiful. It's 20 quid, but it's beautiful. It's got a foreword in there by introduction by Sarah Churchwell. It's really lovely put together. I mean, I am biased on this because it's who I work for, but yeah, Cambridge University Press, lovely centennial edition of The Great Gatsby. Great book, one of my favourite books of all time. So yeah, that's a good one. I'm also going to talk a little bit about another writer who I think is fantastic, and that's a guy called Richard Foster. Now, Richard had 2 books out. The first book, Flower Factory, came out a couple of years ago, and then this year we've had this one, which is the Punk Rock Birdwatching Club. Backing. Both fantastic books, sort of set in Holland around the flower picking industry, and it's kind of semi-biographical, I guess. I think Richard did do that. Went out to Holland to work in the factories that do the flower picking and the boxing and stuff. And they're both brilliant books around that, that sort of community of people that decided to go and do that. And I mean, post Brexit, I don't know how feasible that is these days, but they're really good. Get up to all sorts. Some proper characters in there, but recommend both. I can't recommend these books highly enough if you're into that, that kind of thing, that sort of culture of, the bit of rave culture, a bit of let's just say things we shouldn't be doing. And they're both published by Autak Press. And I have to say this as well: the publisher in me gets really, really giddily excited about the quality of these. I love this sort of brown. I don't know what it's called actually, like the brown cover finished like almost like well, it is cardboard, but you know what I mean, cardboard, boxy cardboard with some embossed stuff on there, and they're beautifully put together. Lovely typeset. Look at me getting all giddy over typesetting. So yeah, there's a couple of books that I would definitely get on your radar, and we will have them at our next pop-ups, which I'll tell you about now. So on the 26th of July, we will be at the beautiful Derby Market Hall, which I'm really looking forward to. There's a new bar open there as well, which is opening this weekend. I think they did their trial night last night, and it's opening this weekend, cocktail bar. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, you look more like a part of mile bag of scratchings guy to me. And don't get me wrong, I love a part of mile and a bag of scratchings, but I am partial to the odd Negroni and an old fashioned. So when we do our pop-up on the 26th, I'm sure once I've packed up for the day, I may venture over and partake in a little cocktail there. So yeah, but looking forward to that one because it's a beautiful venue and we've got to support that. We've got to keep it going, got to keep the good vibes going. We're also going to be back at Bouquet. So I say we got the book club on the 30th. We're back there on the 9th of August for our usual pop-up there. So that's looking forward to that. That was a really nice event last time out. We met some lovely people. I drank some lovely coffee, and it's just such a great space to do a pop-up. So yeah, looking forward to those two. What else have we got going on? I'm doing a pop-up actually in August, and I can't remember the date off the top of my head. Sorry, I'll let you know that next week. I mean, it's still a way off, isn't it? But it's basically it's a Belper marketplace here in Belper, and what I'm going to do, it's run by Dormouse Books, the lovely Stephanie at Dormouse Books, and what I'm going to do is get rid of loads of my own books. So which I don't know how I'm going to do, to be honest. I'm hopeless at picking up, but I've got loads of books. They're coming. Our house is 90% books, and I've kind of been given orders. I've got to slim down on that. So I'm going to be picking a load of my books to get rid of second hand. I'm going to get rid of them a couple of quid a piece or something like that. I don't read rubbish, so there'll be some quality books on that sales table. So I'll let you know when the date is, but come down, help me out, help me clear my house out of books, and my wife will definitely thank you for that. So yeah, there's quite a bit coming on. On the publishing side, I'm currently reproofing 7 Nights at the Flamingo Hotel. Now, why am I doing that, you ask? Well, we're going to republish it. We're going to put it back out there. It's been out of print now for a while, basically because we've been in sort of hibernation. But there's a bit of demand for it, I think. It's a brilliant book. But I do remember there's a couple of typos in there that we missed. So I'm going to do a little bit of a proofing. We've got some quotes coming in from various people that have read the book, well-known writers. So yeah, we're going to repackage it up. I don't know what I'm going to do about the cover actually. I think I'll keep it. I love the cover. So why would I change that? Don't know. I'll have a chat with Drew about that. But anyway, we're going to get that done. Probably going to come out end of September, maybe even early October, depending on where we get to. We've both got holidays coming up, so Drew and myself. So we'll have to sort of join forces as to when we're back and available. But yeah, keep your eye out for that. And if you want a copy, let me know. It's going to be a pretty short print run, I would guess. But yeah, that's coming. And then we're going to open up for submissions for a 2025 publishing program. We're going to do maybe a couple of full-length novels, but I'm also keen to do a couple of chapbooks as well. So we did one with Drew a few years ago, and I quite like that format. We knocked them out at £5 a piece, good quality writing. We put all the same love and attention into the covers, into the typesetting, into the print quality. So they're a bit of a bargain, but I just think they're quite a nice thing to do. So yeah, a lot coming up. I thought I was only going to do a little waffle today. It's coming up to 10 minutes. I just can't stop myself, can I? So I think the weather's going to be a bit crap this weekend. I think it's going to be a bit stormy this way. So hopefully, they've said we're going to get loads of rain, and hopefully everybody's geared up for that. And have a wonderful weekend. If I don't see you before, I'll see some of you at the book club. I'll see some of you hopefully at the pop-ups that we've got coming up. Yeah, have a good one, and look after yourselves. All the best. See you next week.